The site was Candlestick Park. The date was October 29th, 1961. The teams were the Oakland Raiders and the New York Titans. There were 7,138 in the house for the show. Oakland Raiders coach Marty Feldman, wrong Marty Feldman, there we go, was in his first year with the team and had guided them to a 1-5 record. They were hosting the 3-3 New York Titans, who would one day be called the New York Jets. The AFL's New York City representatives were coached by Slingin' Sammy Baugh, who was 10-10 as a head coach since retiring as a quarterback. He was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1963. Raiders coach Feldman was quoted after the game saying, "This is the worst game I've seen in years. Maybe the wind had something to do with our loss." Feldman may have had a point. The wind was blowing hard enough that the Titans deferred in favor of the wind after winning the coin toss. It paid off immediately with the first quarter touchdown. The temperature was a moderate 58 degrees, but the 21-mile-per-hour wind with gusts to 35 likely had something to do with the quarterbacks going a combined 16 of 46, 35% completion rate. The Raiders gained a somewhat respectable 105 yards on the ground, but only 32 through the air. Quarterback Tom Flores was 8 for 26 for 67 yards, but he lost 35 yards on 4 sacks. He also threw a pair of interceptions. Despite the team's paltry receiving total, somehow, tight end Doug Asad finished with 64 yards receiving on 4 catches. Opposing quarterback Eldora was 8 for 20 for 104 yards and a touchdown. Bob Wren, 3 for 39, and halfback Mel West, 1 for 28, were the only players over 20 yards receiving. On the ground, the Titans' West carried 99 yards on 8 carries. He was supported by 76 yards on 16 carries by Bill Mathis. Oakland were paced by 53 on 14 carries by Wayne Crow and 43 on 9 touches by George Fleming. Crow did score a touchdown for the Silver and Black, but it was nullified by a holding penalty. Coach Baugh was complimentary, saying they're going to win some this year. We had to play our best ball to beat them here. Baugh was right. The Raiders did win one more game, finishing out the season at 2-12. With their terrible finish, they were able to draft quarterback Roman Gabriel, first overall out of North Carolina State. Gabriel was also drafted with the 2nd overall pick in the NFL by the Los Angeles Rams. He actually decided to sign with the Rams, as the two leagues didn't decide to merge their drafts until 1967. Mathis opened the scoring with a 9-yard touchdown run in the first quarter. Mathis also scored the game's only other touchdown. With 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, he scored from the 1-yard line. The Titans were the recipients of a pass interference call one play earlier, which gave them the shot from short. Mathis would lead the AFL that season with 202 carries. Between the 2 New York touchdowns, the Raiders could only manage a pair of George Fleming field goals from 30 and 33 yards, respectively. The Titans would finish the season at 7-7. Thanks for watching. Please like, follow, subscribe, and comment. If you don't, I guess that's all right too.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.